One last matchup to get to on today's show, and it's the Monday night game. Talked about it before. The New York Jets traveling to face the San Francisco 49ers. You talk about statement games. This feels like one of the biggest ones in week one. Not for the 49ers. We know what they're all about. They've got their stars back, but a huge chance for the New York Jets with Aaron Rodgers to announce themselves and see if they're worth the hype we've been giving them all offseason. It's a big matchup, and this victory unlocked is brought to you by Zillow. Agents, tours, loans, homes. And like I said, I want to focus on the Jets side of this, not as a knock to the Niners, but again, Trent Williams is back. Brandon Ayuk is back. Short of injury, do we have any reason to believe the Niners will take any kind of step back? This is a team that's reloading on their 2023 roster and doubling down in a chance to win a Super Bowl. I think we all understand that. My only real questions: conditioning, health. Do we need to worry about soft tissue injuries? Does it matter that Trent, Christian McCaffrey, and Brandon Ayuk didn't really have training camps? My guess is going to be no, but it does bear watching. I looked this up. 49ers had 7 all pros in 2023. The average age is 29.8. So this is a bit of an aging roster. Don't yell at me, Niners fans. Something to watch. But again, let's take a look at the Jets side of this, and something that I really want to focus in on. Of course, Aaron Rodgers is going to draw all the eyeballs. But if I'm watching one thing in this matchup that might help the Jets get a win, it's this New York starting offensive line, which I went back and looked. Tyron Smith, John Simpson, Joe Tipman, Elijah Vera Tucker, Morgan Moses. That's your starting 5 up front for the New York Jets, 3 of which are new to the team, were acquired in the offseason. Here's their preseason snap log. 8 snaps for the New York Jets starters on the offensive line, and all 8 of them were played by Joe Tipman, the young center. Nobody else on this starting 5 got any work in the preseason. Of course, they got plenty of practice time. They did joint practices with several teams. Not trying to say they haven't played together. But Levi's Stadium on a Monday night against the reigning NFC champs is a bit of a different animal. I think this is going to be a very interesting test. There's so much talent here. Tyron Smith, a perennial All-Pro, one of the best left tackles in football. Morgan Moses did a very solid job for the Baltimore Ravens, as did John Simpson. But playing together, working in tandem, communicating, being on tops of stunts and games and switches. Who's got that guy? Where's he coming from? This is a Jets defense that knows how to create pressure. It's one thing you can count on Robert Saleh to do is coach a hell of a defense. And the season essentially rides on it. Remember, Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles evading pressure from the Bills in this game last year. Ironically, he was evading pressure from Leonard Floyd, who plays for the 49ers now. This is obviously a really great front. Floyd, underrated player. Nick Bosa, one of the absolute best in the game. Javon Hargrave, one of the most underrated and disruptive defensive tackles in football. They're going to be trying to get after Aaron Rodgers. Of course, the Jets have to feel good about their offensive line. They brought all these guys in. First round pick Olu Fashanu played 58 snaps in the preseason and was a good player. Right now, you feel good about this position. I think it's a position of strength for New York. Still different when you're going up against a defense of this caliber. Nick Bosa honestly had a down year. Remember, he was the one staging a holdout last year. He didn't come back to the practice field until the week before the season opener. Even in a down year, he still finished with 10.5 sacks. I would expect he is back up closer to his defensive player of the year caliber a year removed from that holdout. The Niners love to rush 4. They love to just win with their main guys. I don't see them bringing a ton of extra pressure. It's just about how well do the New York Jets hold up, and can they do it on the road against a great team in what promises to be a lit environment. I think it's going to be so interesting. And yeah, Rodgers needs to play well, but how well he plays might just depend on those 5 guys up front and how quickly they can get things together. It's the one thing I want to watch in this game. I'm so excited for it. Aaron Rodgers back from that Achilles injury. We will see just what the New York Jets are all about soon.